Claressa Shields sat down for an interview with Cam Newton today. And at this point, I honestly have to wonder if she should just start her own podcast. Because these days, interviewing seems to have become her full-time job. And somehow, these conversations rarely make her come across in a positive light. She keeps saying things that feel so outrageous that you have to wonder if she already knows they're going viral. And the people bringing her onto these platforms probably know exactly what they're getting. Claressa says something wild, everyone starts talking, the numbers go up, and somebody makes money from the attention. But in the process, she may be damaging her own reputation. And if you thought her comments about domestic violence were just random, I don't think they were. Listen to what she said, watch the interview, and then my reaction will make a lot more sense.
I have a lot of conversations. And when you're talking about relationships, especially recently, there's been a lot of women that sit across from me and they talk about things that they're not going for.
I saw that in a few of your interviews. I saw you working with some girl.
You know what I'm saying? But for you, instead of me hearing all the reasons why you wouldn't, you were talking to a person who was married. I'm not highlighting these things and throwing in your face. I'm just bringing it to the point of, you was talking to a person that was married, going through a divorce. He's older than you.
Yep.
He has a dating history, and on top of that, he's a popping individual. And like you would always hear at the end of your flights, and still, you dealt with him or dealing with him.
Mm-hmm.
So for your relationship and your sanity as a person, when a person says, hey, girl, you stupid, do you care to explain?
Before we listen to her response, let me just say this.
Before we hear Claressa's response, let me point something out. Cam Newton's question to Claressa Shields wasn't really that different from what Mrs. Shanika asked her before. Yet Claressa doesn't seem to have the same energy for Cam Newton. So is she going to go home, read through the comments, and suddenly have an issue with what Cam said tomorrow? Honestly, I don't think she will. And there's a reason for that. To me, Claressa Shields often seems to view situations through a very male-centered perspective. That's part of why when the conversation turns to Papoose, she appears unable to recognize the problems in his behavior. Yet somehow, she has no trouble pointing out what she believes is wrong with Remy, even though that situation really isn't hers to control. But let's hear what Claressa actually said.
31 years old, and I've lived a life that a lot of these women who comment on me could never live. And when I say that, I've been engaged. I didn't get married. There, right? No domestic violence relationship.
Flag on the play. I've seen plenty of people in the comments asking, does Claressa really believe she's better than women who survive domestic violence? But I think some of you are missing the point she's trying to make. This isn't necessarily about every woman who has experienced domestic violence, whether they have survived it or are still dealing with it. Remy came online and alleged that Papoose had problems with his hands. She told the public that Papoose had put his hands on her. So from the way Claressa is speaking, it sounds as though she's basically saying to Remy, you're weak because he could never do that to me. But in another interview, Claressa herself said, oh yeah, Pat be trying. And that's where things get complicated. I've been around someone who had issues with putting their hands on people, but they weren't that way with their child's mother. And according to that reasoning, maybe it's because if they told their child's mother, shut up and don't move, she would actually listen. But if somebody said that to me, I'd argue right back. And if someone put their hands on me, I'd defend myself too. That's how some toxic relationships can become extremely dangerous. It's similar to what people have seen with Christian Rock and Blueface, where the two of them would argue, insult each other, and even become physical. But when you see him with Naya, the interaction can look completely different. She might simply respond, okay, no problem, okay, no problem. So why would he need to hit her? Of course, that doesn't guarantee he never will, but the fact that someone hasn't put their hands on you doesn't make you superior to someone who says it happened to them. If anything, hearing allegations of violence should be a serious warning sign, not something to use as proof that you're better. Yet Claressa seems to miss that point.
Crack a joke. My mom crack a joke and be like, every time my sister Brianna have a kid, I get a new boyfriend. My mom crack a joke like that. All my sister kids are 3 years apart. And my time with guys have been 3 years, and I'm like, oh, done. Out of here. So, with that being said, I have done what's best for my life, and I know how to choose a man who's good for me. I'm not a person that think that every relationship will work out. It's not. People talking about car crashes and airplanes. Oh, there's so many more car crashes and airplanes, where there's many more breakups and divorces in the world than anything else.
If you know.
If you watch closely, Cam Newton is clearly trying to keep a straight face. And judging by his expression, that may not have been easy. He looks at Claressa almost as if he's thinking, "Girl, what are you talking about?" It's the same reaction people had when I posted that comedian's video, because the comedian had some strong things to say about Claressa, and honestly, some of those points made sense.
Yeah, damn, okay. Y'all say it, I can't say it. Somebody be recording this. You know, she can fight, you know what I'm saying? She a little slow up here, but she quick with them hands. I got to be, I don't want no problem with that girl. I around and be like, you want to fight? Read. No, it's nothing wrong with her. I just think that because she's a heavyweight champion of the world, and even on some of her lives, we get to experience the way she talks to the people around her. And she can be very disrespectful. And I just think that everybody around her is scared. That even when she do stuff, like there's nobody around her that love her. That's like, hey friend, don't do that. She don't have a stylist, she don't have a publicist, she don't have somebody that says, don't talk about this in public. This is how somebody comes to you and say, hey, how's your relationship with Papoose? Well, that's not what we're here to have a conversation about. Let's talk about the fight. She don't know how to do that. She just be talking. And a lot of times the stuff she be saying, she be answering questions that nobody asked her. Somebody could be like, Claressa, how do you feel about the fight you're gonna have February 22nd? And she'll start talking about stuff. She'll be like, yeah, it's cold outside. When it's cold outside, you gotta put a coat on. Because if you don't put a coat on, you can get sick. Because it's cold, and when it's cold, I like to put a hat on because it's cold. And everybody in her circle be like, oh, she's spitting. But then everybody on the internet be like, girl, what the fuck are you talking about again?
I don't know why it's such a big topic. To me, it's like, it's so petty. People make this be a big thing when it was like, she's over there living her happy life. We're over here living our happy life. Our happy lives never were intertwined. Never. So it's like when I hear this stuff, I think that women who try to come from me, they're mad that he didn't stay there and deal with it, and he moved on. That's the only thing. He moved on with somebody, like you said. He's older than me, I'm younger, I'm top of my game, got my own money, I look good, my body look good. That's the problem.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness? Do you think you do?
He was supposed to downgrade. He's supposed to go to like some Instagram model who got like 2,000 followers and do that. He ain't supposed to be able to bag the great.
And here are some of the reasons people criticize you. If you're unable to think through something for yourself, then maybe you need someone around you who can help you make better decisions. You're a celebrity, you're an athlete, and you have a public platform. So why would you use that platform to look down on Instagram models? Pat could have eventually moved on with an Instagram model, and maybe that woman could have been a better match for him than Remy. Maybe she could have been more attractive. Maybe she could have had a better body. Maybe she could have earned more money. Who knows? That Instagram model could even be making more money than you. You spend plenty of time on social media, so clearly there are ways to earn money from it too. But if some of your supporters are Instagram models, how do you think they feel, hearing you speak as though you're automatically above them? That's where the logic falls apart. Being an upgrade isn't always about appearance. It isn't always about money either. Sometimes it's about someone's character, energy, spirit, mindset, or what they bring into a relationship. Someone could have very little today, but possess the ambition and discipline to build something massive tomorrow. Rihanna didn't begin her career as a billionaire. She started in Barbados and eventually built an enormous career. Look where she is today. So you can't simply say, I have this contract or I'm doing this and assume that automatically makes you better than someone else. In no way does that prove you're an upgrade from Remy. If anything, the way you're handling these situations could make people see you as a downgrade. And you've also hurt your own image because it seems like interviews have become your main focus. You're doing more interviews than boxing, more interviews than events. If you're really that bored, why not spend some of that time visiting sick children in hospitals? Why not do something that strengthens your reputation and gives people another reason to respect you? Why not visit community centers in inner-city neighborhoods and teach young girls self-defense or ways to protect themselves? Why spend all day on social media arguing with people and cursing them out? And I want everybody to pay attention here, because I'm going to replay that clip and focus on Cam Newton's face. Look carefully at his expression. He looks like he's trying not to laugh, because in that moment, he's seeing something very similar to what we're seeing.
Supposed to downgrade. He's supposed to go to like some Instagram model who got like 2,000 followers and do that. He ain't supposed to be able to bag the greatness.
So if Remy calls out Claressa or Papoose again, don't be surprised. Every interview seems to bring more controversy. Unlike Beyoncé, who rarely speaks publicly, Claressa constantly gives opinions on situations that don't involve her. And that's the real issue. What do you think?